Yeah. Okay. So you have your your matrix set up to the network. If you log in here, you can control it and switch. Here's what most matrix have. Very basic, pretty ugly layout. This is the Home Assistant custom dashboard we've made. And here we have the outputs. Oh, mouse is going crazy. Outputs 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like different TVs. And then we have these custom buttons, like everything to 1, everything to 2, 3, 4. We have more custom buttons like the beep on, beep off, power on and off the matrix. So let me show you how this all works. So if you go into output 1, we're going to start controlling whatever input we have on it. So if you see the matrix cam here, we're going to switch it to input 1, input 2, 3, 4. Super simple. You go back to your matrix. We have that set up for all the buttons. All the outputs. We have output 3 with each input that you can control for each output. Pretty standard. If you do that through a remote, or you can do that through this Home Assistant. Then we have these custom buttons that you press one button and it switches everything to whatever input you want. So if you want everything all to output 3 or everything to input 4 or input 3, input 2, input 1. Pretty basic. We can turn off the beep and then you're going to see how if you switch, it doesn't make any noise. I actually like the beep on, so I turn it back on. It works like a charm. We can turn off our device and we can turn it back on and continue switching. It's just instantaneous. All right. Okay, so now this is how to set up the Home Assistant from scratch. All right, so we're gonna go down to settings, go over add-ons, look up Samba Share. We're gonna download this right here. Download that, and that's it. Have that running on the Home Assistant, and that's it for that side. So I've created this drive here with the links. We're gonna go to this location right here. Copy that. Actually, a lot of copy and pasting here. We're gonna go PyScript, Python scripting for Home Assistant. You can check that out if you want to. This is where we have to go. Contents, option 2 manual for the latest release. And we're gonna go down here to has custom PyScript zip and download that. Okay. This link also sends you to the same spot. But if you want to see everything else, I'll give you the other link too. So download that. Cool. Once you have that downloading, we are going to unzip it. So go to your downloads. Let me open the file here. Oops. So this is what you just downloaded right here, all of that. So keep that opened, extracted, and ready to go. Next step, open a file explorer. Basic one like this. And we're gonna go to our Home Assistant network here. So / 10.1.20.133. That is mine. Yours will be something different. So these are all the Home Assistant files. We're going to create a few folders. So yours might look a little bit different from mine here. Okay. So looks like you should have this config folder here. You're going to create a new folder. The new folder is going to be named Custom Components. I already have it here, so I'm just going to delete that. I already have custom components here. Make that folder. In here, make a second folder, PyScript. I already have it, so I'm not going to do it. In PyScript here, it's going to be empty. You're going to drag and drop all of this. You see? It's the same thing. So the folders that you unzipped and extracted, drop them all here. You're going to have this here. That's it with that. Now, you're going to go back to config folder over here on your Home Assistant. You can close this out. Go back to config folder. You're going to create a second folder here. A new folder. And that one is going to be called PyScript. I already have it here. So, open PyScript. And this is what you're going to, here's where you're going to drop the Python script that our boy Chris created for us. So here I've made this drive with all the stuff they need. File Explorer. I have the files that we extracted, but give it to you over here either way. And now here is the Avico Python script that our friend Chris created. So I'm going to drop that into here, PyScript. And that's it. That's all you have to do with the File Explorer section. It's very simple. And next, you have to create the buttons on the Home Assistant network, which is the fun part. Okay, so we're going to start creating the dashboard for the matrix, and we're going to start with the outputs and input buttons. All right. So we have the overview here, go down to settings, into dashboards, add a dashboard, new dashboard from scratch. So we're going to name this output 1. I'm going to name this 191, just so I don't get confused between the other matrix that we have set up here. This matrix that the new matrix I'm setting up ends in 191, the IP address. And let's just make this a number 1 so we could see it pretty easily. All right. Put whatever icon you want. Okay. So output 191. Let's go in there and open it. And go to the top right here, the pencil, and then the 3 buttons, raw configuration editor. We're going to clear this out. And then here, I've made it super simple. You go back to the drive and click the buttons. And then we're going to use output to input buttons. This is the one that we're making right now. And now we're making output 1 button. So we're going to click that text file here. I'm going to copy all of this in here. Copy that. This is just a lot of copy and pasting basically. And you'll see everything here. It serves the command of the PyScript that we made earlier through the File Explorer. And most importantly, our matrix IP. We gotta input our matrix IP to each one of these. So matrix IP, matrix IP, matrix IP, matrix IP. Looks like. So I know my matrix IP is 10.1.20.191. This is the one that I have set up here next to me. So let's put that here. 10.1.20.191. And these commands, this full script here will give you everything you need all at once. So there's no need to be going back and forth, creating it one by one. This is just like super simple all at once. So make sure you have it correct. And this will create several buttons all at once. So source input 1 to 1. This is 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1. You'll see right now. Save that. I can exit that. And this is what we made right now. So output 1, we're going to test it out right now. I'm going to show you through our matrix cam how this is already switching. Look at that. Input 1, input 2, input 3, input 4. Perfect, right? Cool. So this is only output 1 and then all the inputs. We're going to do this 3 more times. And you have to do this for every input and every output. But it's super easy. So you can probably skip through, or I'll probably speed this up. Now, we're going to tie that up with making the actual matrix dashboard selector, which I showed you right at the beginning of the video. So, go down to settings. We're going to create a new dashboard. We're going to create a new dashboard from scratch again. Let's name this 4x4 matrix. Add the 191 again. Right? Where's the full show it? Alright. This gamepad circle has the 4 dots. Good. I'm gonna create that. I'm gonna go here, open. I'm gonna add a card. I'm gonna add a button. Clear out this entity. Now, what buttons are we adding? The output button. So, we're gonna name this output 1. Look for the 1, the icon. We're gonna click here, navigate, navigation path. We're gonna look for these output 1s, 191. Out 1, 191. There you go. Let's save that. Let's test it out. So that automatically sends me here. So, see what we did there? This is the main dashboard. And it's sending me here. That's basically what we're doing. So, let's do that 3 more times for the other ones. This is our matrix controller, and we have our outputs, which lead us to our inputs. Now, the next part, I'm going to show you how to make custom buttons to whatever command that you want. So you want to power it on, power it off, the beep on or off, wherever you want. Anything that you can do, any command that is on the manual, you can send it through this. Okay, so now we're going to show you how to make custom buttons. This could be for powering on or off the matrix or turning on and off the beep. We go down to settings, into automations and scenes, scripts. We're going to add a script, create new script. We're going to name this. I'm going to turn the beep on. So beep on. I'm going to add the 191 so I don't get confused. Everything else stays the same. We're going to add action. We're going to call our Avico script here. Avico. We're going to click the top 3 buttons here, or 3 dots. Edit in YAML. And this here, we're going to go into the drive. Add any action button. Add action. And just copy this. Control C. Paste it all here. Control V. Now, our action. Go into your manual. The manual says the action is S, beep, Z. Z could be either 1 or 0. 0 equals beep off, 1 equals beep on. So we're going to do 1. We're going to add our IP, 10.1.20.191. Cool. Save our script. We're going to go back and just double check it works. So we're going to run it. clicking the three buttons there, three dots, run. Go to our matrix dashboard. Let's start switching. There you go. Our beep is now on. Some people find that annoying, so we're going to turn it off. And I'm going to show you a quick way to make these buttons, especially these that it's the same thing over and over again. You can just duplicate them. So back to settings, automations and scenes, scripts. We have our beep on 191 script. We're going to duplicate it. Now we're going to call this beep off. Take out the duplicate. Now we're going to edit the action here. S beep 0 is the beep off. So we're going to save that. We're going to test it real quick. S beep off. We're going to run it. Go back to our matrix dashboard. Start switching. There you go. Now our beep is off. Now, you're going to want to add the beep on or off button here. So we're going to click the pencil. Add a card. Add the button. You clear this out. Name. Just call this beep on. Icon. Let's get a little horn. Okay. Everything else stays the same. Then the tap action is going to be a call service. In the service, we're going to look for our beep name that we named before the script. We're going to call this beep on 191. Save that. We're going to add a second card to turn the beep off. So add a card, button, clear this, name this beep off. We have a canceled horn here. What's that? Oh, right there. Let's do that one. Okay, tap action, everything else stays the same. Tap action, call service. So the service, look for a beep script, beep off 191. We're going to save that. There you go. So, beep on, just test out the switching. That's really loud. And beep off, test out the switching. Boom. Awesome. Super easy. So, let's do for the powering on and off of our switch, right? Okay, so now for the final and fifth part, we are going to make the all outputs to whatever input you would like buttons. So you can do all to 1, to 2, 3, 4, whatever you like. So go down to settings, automations and scenes, scripts, add a script, create new script, and this is the easiest one ever because I've made all the buttons here. So we go to our drive here, all to X buttons. I'm just gonna do all to 1. We're gonna do copy and paste everything here. We're gonna edit in YAML. I'm gonna paste it here. So the alias is already named all to 1 right here. So that means that's what our name is gonna be. You can change it if you want. We're gonna change our IP for every single command. 10.1. What was our IP? 10.1.20.191. That's our P, right? 10.1.20.191. Yes, 10.1.20.191. We're going to copy that to every single command. So this one here, switch input 1 to output 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4. We're going to save that. Let's create the all to 2 because we already have everything on 1. We're on 1, so let's test out the 2. Check out our matrix cam. We're going to run all to 2. Boom, changes. Now we're going to run all to 1. Boom, it changes. So you can just repeat that for buttons 3 and 4. right now I'm going to show you how to add it to this card here. So I'm going to go pencil, add card, button. Clear this out. We're going to name this auto 1. Just get a number 1 here. I like using this one. We're going to tap action, call service. Our service, we called it auto 1. So it should be this one right here. We're going to save. Let's add our number 2 there so we can test it going back and forth. So auto 2, auto 1, beautiful. Okay, so I'm quickly going to go and make buttons 3 and 4. Okay, so you can probably speed this through. Now, we have our matrix here, our full dashboard, all done again. We can go to outputs and switch individually. We can go to turn the beep on and switch. You can hear it. You could power it off, power it on. I like the beeping, so I'm going to keep it on. And we can switch all the outputs to all the inputs that we want. Okay, one final little trick. If you would like to set... Okay, one final little trick. You may want to set a scene, meaning you put input 1 to, or output 1 to input 1, output 2 to input 1, output 3 to input 3, output 4 to output 4, or input 4, or whatever mix or match scene that you would like to make. There's a really quick way using these all buttons using the same script. So this is going to settings, automations and scenes, scripts, and since we already have all these scripts here, we're just going to copy this, which is, you can see here, we have all the scripts here already written down. So we're just going to duplicate one of these scripts, duplicate, and for today we're going to make the scenes 1, 2, 3, 4, meaning input 1 is going to go to output 1, output 2 is going to go to output 2, and so on. So we changed it 1, 2, 3, 4, 191. And now we're going to change the action here. Switch input 1 to output 1. Okay, that's fine. That's what we want. We're going to switch input 2 to output 2. Do that. We're going to switch output 3 or input 3 to output 3. Then we're going to switch input 4 to output 4. We're going to save our script. And now currently, you see the matrix cam, we have everything displaying input 1 to all the outputs. So let's test out our little 1, 2, 3, 4 here. We're going to run it. Now you see input 1 is on output 1, input 2 is on output 2, input 3 is on output 3, input 4 is on 4. Already have it set. It's just going to do the same thing. So let's switch them all to 2. Then we'll switch them all back to 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's how you change the scenes. So you can make whatever scene you like. You just have to edit that and then name it whatever you like. That's pretty much it.